Greetings, YouTube. As many of you are probably aware, at the moment in America, we have a major debt crisis. And part of that is raising the debt limit. Essentially saying how much more we can go into debt so that we don't default on the current debt that we owe. If we don't raise that ceiling, we're in some deep doo. Now, this is being used as a bargaining piece by conservative politicians in America. Now, the bulk of politicians that aren't dyed-in-the-wool conservative neocons or Tea Party members in America, they're pretty much all center-right. There are a few moderate centrists, which is what I consider Obama on his best days. On his worst days, he is center-right. 40 years ago, he would have been a Republican. He's about as liberal as Nixon. There are a handful of liberal progressives out there. Now, all the ones that aren't the neocon borderline fascists, they're trying to create a budget policy that doesn't destroy America, that doesn't completely wipe out the social services network that we have established in America. There's a problem. All those conservatives I mentioned, they're not out to help America. They're out to help the Fortune 500. So if you're not a member of the Fortune 500, they don't care about you at all. And they are indifferent, completely indifferent to what happens to you if you're not a member of that Fortune 500. They would be just as happy as if the entire social services network in America, everything, were completely and utterly destroyed. Not cut back. Destroyed. Eliminated. It is their goal to turn America into a third world country with a very tiny elite at the top, those Fortune 500 I mentioned, in charge of everything, and everybody else penniless paupers without any power of any kind. That's their goal. They are waging asymmetric war. They are terrorists. All they have to do is destroy. They don't have to build anything. They don't have to come up with constructive plans or long-term thinking or ways of actually solving problems. All they have to do is obstruct things and destroy as much as they can lay their hands on. Flat out. American conservatives are economic terrorists. No ifs, ands, or buts. You don't want to get this whole debt problem solved? Well, they don't. Now, 80% of Americans say we have to increase revenues, but not those conservatives. Every one of them is towing the no taxes of any kind line. Any politician that says that, he works for the Fortune 500, not for you. Now, I have a few reasonable suggestions here. Now, we're going to have to cut money into social services. We can't not do it. I understand this. So for every dollar you cut in social services, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, you name it, you cut $2 out of the military budget. We're going to spread the pain. Let's spread the pain. All right? And all those taxes that the rich currently are dodging, all those tax rates that are like at historic lows, I want to double them. It's currently 35%. We're going to 70%. You know the last time we had a 70% tax rate on the wealthy? Nixon. Okay? And that's what I want to return to. Capital gains, all those, double them. We can't get any more tax money out of the wealth, out of the middle class and the poor. So let's take it out of the people who have the money. If we had let the tax breaks expire like we should have, we'd be in better shape. If Bush hadn't given those tax breaks to the wealthy, we would have had about $700 billion more than we have now. All right? So we have to do something. We need more money. We need to cut spending. So let's take it out of the places that we got the most money that's being spent. Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and the military. And let's take the money out of the people who have it, the wealthy. But what's preventing this from happening? America's very own terrorist cells known as conservative politicians. So if you're not a member of that Fortune 500, they are your enemy.